All righty. Okay, so we will be twisting. We will be getting the hips open. Let's see how that comes together. Coming into a nice, easy seat. Let's tune in right away, taking the hands up to heart center, starting to rub the palms together, creating a little friction between the palms, taking some nice deep breaths, and starting to allow yourself to connect both hemispheres of the brain. And just bring the hands nice and steady right at the heart center, maybe even pressing the thumbs right into the sternum. And just taking some deep breaths all the way down into the belly, relaxing your face and your jaw. Start to settle yourself into a space of intention. Just breathing in and out with that intention for a few nice deep rounds of breath. Beautiful. Let's take our hands, interlacing the fingers. Press the palms away. Deep inhale as you rise. And a nice big exhale as you send that intention out. Let's take the hands up on tops of the knees. Start to move through your seated hip circles. Inhaling the heart forward. Exhaling as you move back and around. Maybe the hips can pop and loosen up and open up a little bit here. Start to feel the low back, maybe loosening and opening here. Try to make that circle as big as you can. Really churn yourself around. Feeling the internal organs churning around. Wake things up. Beautiful. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Switch the crisscross of the legs. And then slowly take that circle back in the opposite direction, pressing away on the knees, opening up the hips. Using the deep, deep breaths to loosen everything up, opening up our spinal column. Awesome. Nice. Let's bring ourselves gently back up to center. Take the hands, both hands up overhead, interlace the fingers. Press the palms up to the sky. Take a nice deep breath in, really stretching up, lengthening the crown of the head all the way up to the sky, and just lengthening the spine, lengthening the whole body. And then take an exhale and fold yourself in, letting your fingertips stretch away. Maybe even allowing your chin to rest down towards your chest. Feeling the stretch all the way through the length of your spine. Beautiful. Slowly walk your way up. And we'll bring ourselves up into tabletop. Let's start by turning one hand under and just stretching through that wrist. Good. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. Just tucking the hand under, getting that deep stretch to the back of the wrist. And then palms down, all 10 fingers towards the kneecaps. Slightly lean back. Beautiful. Let's bring those hands back to neutral and start to move through cat and cow. Exhaling completely, taking the navel up to the spine. Inhaling, drawing the heart forward. Exhaling completely. Start by moving slowly through your spine, feeling strong and rooted through the arms, through the hands. Feel the stretch through the throat as you lift the chin. Opening up your collarbones there. Really allowing yourself to press out of the shoulders as you round the spine. Moving with your breath rhythm, take a few more rounds. Feel that stretch in the low back, as well as the shoulders. Beautiful. Let's bring our spine back to neutral. If you need a second off the wrist, just sit back onto the heels, maybe take the hands together, roll them out. Otherwise, you can make your way right to downward facing dog. Totally up to you. Just take care of all those moving parts. And then we'll be moving to downward facing dog. From down dog, just give your neck a little shake. I like that. I like the hero twist. Nice job. You should teach today. Think about sending the sitting bones a little higher up to the sky in down dog. Using the breath. Feeling that stretch. Feel the openness in the back of your shoulders. It's allowing the neck to relax. Let's start with the sun salutations. Just warming up slow. Slowly, let's bring our feet up to our hands. Inhale, halfway rise, pressing into those shin bones. Really get long in your spine, pulling the collarbones open. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale the hands down to the heart center. Let's breathe it up again. This time interlacing the fingers, press the sky with the heart open. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, long spine, strong spine. Gentle step back to plank pose. You can lower down from the knees or from the tiptoes to chaturanga. Let's stay low in Sphinx pose to open up the chest, dropping those shoulders back, lifting the chin, big energy down into your toes. And exhale, back down dog. Take one or two more deep breaths in down dog. And then let's start to move those feet back up to the fingers. Slowly waking up all of our systems here this morning. Inhale, lengthening the spine, lifting the heart. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhaling the hands to the heart center. Bringing it up again. Interlace, press the sky, stretch it back on an inhale. Open everything up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up. Beautiful. Stepping to plank. Slow cruise down through chaturanga. Maybe coming up just a little bit higher into a cobra this time, pressing into the feet. And then exhaling back to down dog. We'll do one more. Just to warm up easy. To clear out the space. Going into something simple, repetitive, an easy sequence. And gently step the feet up towards the fingers. You just walk them up if you want. If you've got a little hop in you this morning, take that hop. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise up. Exhaling, hands to heart. You can always repeat our intention right here. Breathing it up again. Pressing the sky, stretching the heart open. Think about that energy down into the soles of your feet, pushing into the ground. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Try to step back into plank with the opposite foot you normally lead. And slowly lower to chaturanga. Scoop the heart open, coming into cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Take 3 deep, deep exhales here in down dog. Nice audible exhales, big open mouth, releasing your jaw. Just let it sigh out. Think about the energy down through the whole hand here. Beautiful. Stepping your left foot more towards the midline of the mat. Inhale your right heel up to the sky. Open up the hip, bending the knee. Maybe give a little wiggle out to your ankle. Good. And then let's start to draw a nice big circle with that kneecap. The biggest circle you can. Get into the hip socket. There you go. Let's switch directions. Beautiful. Inhaling and lifting that right heel all the way up to the sky. Exhale, slowly landing the toes right between your hands. You can stay down on the hands here or add blocks for a little bit more space. And let's just rock back and forth in the hips, sinking forward and stretching it back. Nice. Coming back into our high lunge position. We're going to open that right arm up, taking a high lunge twist. Think about that ground sky extension. Big opening across the chest, pressing into the ground and lifting to the sky. Beautiful. Coming back to high lunge position, down to center. Go ahead and scoop up your strap. Take the arms up overhead in crescent lunge. Dropping the shoulders. Feel the chest open. Feel that stretch all the way down into your left hip flexor. And then take the right arm over to that right side. Just let it be heavy and feel the stretch through the left side. Nice. Back up to center, dropping the arms to chest level, and then rotate to the right. Let's try to get a little bit deeper into the lunge. Let yourself sink in a little bit more. Beautiful. Keeping the strap taut between the hands. Very nice. So you can notice those back muscles isometrically working to pull against the strap. You can feel that right tricep even. Good. Coming back to center. Slowly lift onto that right foot. Let's give our left knee just a nice little hug. Wiggle out at the ankle. And then since we've got that lasso right here, let's send that left foot straight forward. Lifting the heart, pressing down through the sole of the right foot, deep into the ground. Lifting yourself higher up. Feeling into your own steadiness, your own focus. Beautiful. Take a twist here if you like. Holding the right hand onto the strap, opening the left arm back. Breathing all the way deep into the low back here. All right, good. Come back to center. Go ahead and set the left foot down. Set your strap down. Big toes together. Big inhale up overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Press the hips back. A little scoop in the belly. Getting the hips low. Maybe try pressing the knees back another inch. And we'll take our hands down to heart center. And we'll take a twist, connecting our left elbow outside the right knee using your exhale. Keep the hips nice and low. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Exhale, lengthen legs as you fold. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, stepping the left foot back, taking both hands to the inside of your right foot into lizard lunge. And gently sink all the way down with your back knee. And let the sole of the right foot turn up inward as well. Dropping the shoulders. Open up your collarbones here. Beautiful. And then gently step yourself to plank pose. We can make our way through a vinyasa and back to downward facing dog. Inhaling to open the heart. Really squeeze your elbows into your rib cage here in that back bend. Exhale back to down dog. 3 deep exhales. Notice the back of your neck relaxing, lengthening. The openness you're creating in your spine. So our right foot will come a little bit more to the midline of the mat. Inhale the left heel up, open the hips. Can wiggle out the ankle and toes. And we'll slowly start those nice big hip circles, drawing the biggest circle you can with the kneecap. Beautiful. Reverse the circle. Excellent. Inhaling the left heel all the way to the sky. Exhale, sending those left toes forward right between the hands, adding a little distance between you and the ground if you choose. Sink down into the hips and then rock it out back and forth. Feeling into those hip flexors. That's you. Beautiful. Let yourself become steady in a high lunge. And let's open the left arm all the way up to the sky. Beautiful. And back down to center. Let's scoop up our strap. I like to loop it around my hands so that I don't have to hold so tight. So we're going to go all the way up over the head and then allow the left arm to be heavy so we get that deep stretch through the right side body. Maybe peeling the right shoulder back, really feel into what you're stretching and make tiny little adjustments to see what else you can do. Beautiful. Back up to center. Drop the arms to chest height and rotate to the left. Keeping the strap taut, so you should feel the back of both arms in between your scapula, your back muscles. Maybe get a little lower in that lunge. Beautiful. Back to center. Gently lifting up, balancing on that left leg. Give the right knee a nice little squeeze. Push solidly down into the floor through the sole of your left foot. And then go ahead and lasso that right foot. And send that leg straight forward, nice level hips, broad collarbones, shoulders over the hips. So push the hips forward. Focus only on your breath. Beautiful. If you'd like to add a rotation here, both hands on both ends of the strap into the left hand. We'll open that right arm back. Beautiful. And gently coming unwound, come back to center. You can set the strap down. We'll bring both big toes together. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale into chair pose, sending the hips back. Tuck the sitting bones. Sink a little bit lower maybe. And then exhaling, hands to heart. Get ready to go into that twist. On an exhale breath, taking our right elbow over to the left knee. And then creating a little bit of pressure there, really pushing yourself into the rotation. Bringing your hands right back to the heart center, right back to the sternum. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. And exhale as you lengthen your legs and fold in. Inhale, drawing the heart forward. Exhale, stepping your right foot back, taking both hands to the inside of your left foot. Setting your right knee all the way down on the ground, toes pointing to the back of the mat. And then allow the sole of the left foot to turn inward. And sink deep into those hips. Beautiful. Go ahead and step back to plank pose. And through your vinyasa. And back to down dog. Let's take a nice down dog twist. Go wide with your feet, the width of your mat. Take the left hand to the midline. Right hand's going to go all the way out to the outside of the ankle. Reach around to the outside. Really press out of the rooted left hand. Beautiful. Bringing it back through center. Notice if your hips shift wildly to the right. Try to pull them back to the center. Really press out of the right shoulder. Look all the way underneath that arm. Breathing into the low back and the hips, creating all that space. Very nice. Back to center. And maybe you need a little break off the shoulders. Let's come down to child's pose. Let your arms rest at your sides. Let your forehead rest right into the mat and look right into the third eye. Look into that nothingness, that open space. Full of potential. Beautiful. Let's slowly come back to downward facing dog. We're going to take a warrior two. Inhaling our right heel up to the sky. Exhale, stepping the right foot forward. Go ahead and pivot that back left foot. And windmill all the way open, dropping the shoulders, extending out through fingertips in equal directions. We're going to line up that forward right heel with the arch on our back left foot. Drop the shoulders one more time. Beautiful. Let's inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale into a nice side angle and pause. Take the hand maybe down into your calf muscle. Really extend that top left arm. Feel your rib cage lift and rotate here. Feel yourself pull the right hip forward, that right hip crease. Really pull it forward so our hips stay nice and level. Unlike triangle, right? Beautiful. Good. Straighten the forward leg. Take a reverse triangle. And then slide all the way down to that back left foot. That nice low lateral lunge. Maybe you can drop the left shoulder inside and take a little rotation here, maybe even wrapping that left leg. Beautiful. Unravel if you're bound. Come all the way up into a nice wide angle forward fold. Bringing your heart right over your hands. Let's root down that right hand and open the left arm up to the sky. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Take both hands over to your right foot, out in front of the right foot a little bit. And inhale to lengthen your heart in that direction. Exhale as you sink in a little deeper. Beautiful. Bring the hands back to center, and I want to reach the arms through the legs, turning yourself as upside down as you can. Breathing deep into your back. Breathe into the back of the lungs, pushing into the back ribs, push all the way down into the low back and the back of the hips, creating space between all of those bones, all of those connections. Awesome. Beautiful. Nice. Go ahead and pivot towards that right foot. Shorten up the stride, coming into pyramid pose. Going diagonal with your back foot, straight forward with your forward toes, using a block under one hand or both if you choose. Let's draw that right hip back and up. I'm going to go right into revolve triangle here, rooting down my left hand and opening that right arm. Pulling the heart forward, finding a little more length. Feel this out in that right hip. Beautiful. Unravel. Step it to your deep lunge. Float back to plank. Float through your vinyasa. And back to down dog. Beautiful. So onto our left side, inhaling left heel up. Exhaling left foot steps, coming up warrior two. Forward heel back, arch alignment. Windmilling all the way up and open. Find that nice rooted position with your feet. Nice and level with your hips from front to back and side to side. Beautiful. Let's inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale into that nice, slightly deeper version of side angle, maybe with the hand to the inside of the calf. Really peeling the shoulders around to open up the rib cage, the low back. Think about how that left hip crease is drawing forward. Notice what you feel with that in the right side of the low back as you pull that forward and you're leveling. Kind of amazing. Good. Unravel. Straighten the forward leg. Come all the way back to reverse triangle. And then it's a slide down to that right foot. Coming into our low lateral lunge. Maybe dropping the right shoulder inside the knee. Opening up. Beautiful. Maybe it's a bind if you've got that. Otherwise, there's lots of levels of supporting this stretch. So beautiful. Unravel. Gently press into the ground. Rise up. Coming into that nice wide forward fold. Take a deep inhale, really pushing into your heels, and then lifting the heart forward so your left hand is directly underneath your heart, and then open that right arm up to the sky. Think about extending in both directions, pushing into the ground and reaching to the sky. Beautiful. Back to center. And this time we're going to reach out. Stretch your hands forward. Keeping the weight over the feet, push your hips back. So create traction, create stretch and lengthening in both directions. Beautiful. Let's take our hands out wide, taking them out towards our big toes maybe, or out to the outsides of the feet.
And just holding on, drawing yourself down to the ground. Sending the sitting bones higher up to the sky. Releasing the beat back of the neck. Using your breath, especially if this is very tight. Consciously breathing into those spaces, opening everything up, releasing, exhaling. Beautiful. Let's take both hands over to the left. Awesome. Nice and easy. A little pivot and shorten the stride. Heel to heel alignment as we make our way to pyramid pose. Heel to heel, only about 2 to 3 feet in between the heels. Let's drop the right hip down and forward, lifting our left hip up and back. And we're going to keep that right hand rooted down as we open the left arm up to revolved triangle. Really lengthening out your spine here, pulling the heart forward. Awesome. Back down to center. Go ahead and step all the way back into a nice low lunge. We're going to take this left side right into pigeon here. So you can go down into your lizard, maybe stretch into that right hip flexor, a couple breaths. And then we can start meandering that left foot across. Maybe you want to land a block or a little cushion underneath that left seat. And really focus on lengthening your spine as you bring yourself down towards the mat. Rest down as deeply as you can, as fully as you can. Continue to sink in, breathing deep all the way down into the hip. Beautiful. Notice all those layers that you just worked through. Go ahead and step both feet back, coming into puppy pose. And then let's slowly step up with the right. Again, starting from lizard, letting your hips settle in. We really want to have that left hip flexor fully extended. Good. As you're ready to, just start to make your way to pigeon, walking the leg across, cushioning outside the right seat, if that's beneficial. And as you fold forward, really focus on having a long spine. And then again, acknowledging all the layers that you work through. Noticing the starting place. Just allowing yourself to progress through those layers, through the stretch. Maybe finding places where it's restrictive and then witnessing it as it gently releases, lets go completely. Beautiful. Very nice. After this one, go ahead and just unravel right onto your back. So you're going to do a little flip. And just start by holding on to the knees and gently massaging the low back. Go ahead and do that in both directions. Beautiful. Let's land the soles of our feet. Let's go ahead and grab our block and place the block between the knees. Try to have your heels just beyond where your fingertips can reach them, right there, right at the middle finger. And then pinching the shoulder blades back. Let's slowly roll up the low back. And maybe your fingertips can still touch to the heels. Maybe you need to step them out just an inch or so for your knees. And if you can take the hands all the way behind the back and interlace the fingers. Think about how your sitting bones are aimed to the backs of the knees. And we've got just enough pressure in on that block to hold it in place. The glute muscles shouldn't be really overly engaged here, mildly engaged. I feel like isometrically you're actually trying to pull your heels up towards your seat. Beautiful. Let's slowly roll down. And we'll go ahead and set the block off to the side. Take your feet as wide as your mat and then drop both knees over to one side.
And inhale back through center and let both knees fall to the opposite side. Beautiful. And bring it back to center, taking the feet back into that hip width, right beyond where you can reach with your fingertips. Let's roll back into our bridge. No block, but press in slightly in between the knees as if you are holding the block. And we're just going to lift one leg and extend that leg and try to set the heel down right where you picked it up from. Lifting and holding the hips level even as you're at only 1 foot for support. Beautiful. Even out your sides. And gently rest those hips back down to the ground. Let's hug the knees up underneath the shoulders. Pressing down on your sacrum. So keep your sacrum on the ground as you hug the knees in. And also as you take the feet to the sky in happy baby, press down on the sacrum. Beautiful. Releasing both feet. Go ahead and cross the legs over the knees, and we'll go into Gomukasana. Same thing here, gently pressing down on the sacrum. Beautiful. Release that side and go to the opposite side. Excellent. Beautiful. Let's take the arms out like a T and go gently into windshield wipers. Beautiful. Bringing the legs back up to center. Let's cross one leg over the other and just fall into a deep supine twist. Beautiful. Inhale through center. Switch the crisscross of the legs and gently fall to the opposite side. Beautiful. Coming back into center, give yourself one more nice big squeeze. Maybe even lifting your chin up towards the knees. And then gently release the legs and let yourself rest into Shavasana. Finding length in your spine, letting your shoulders melt down to the mat. Finding a good, comfortable position. And take a couple deep belly breaths, really allowing a full exhale. With that exhale, feeling yourself melt right into the mat. Feeling yourself sink and release. And then just gently feel yourself floating on the wave of your breath. Imagine that breath coming in through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, you're sending that breath out through the soles of your feet. And down through your fingertips. It's really allowing everything to be flushed out. Anything stagnant, any blocks. Flushing right down through the soles of the feet and out through the fingertips. And slowly start to come back to the physical body, taking slightly deeper breaths. And now wiggling those fingers and toes. Taking a big full body stretch and then hugging a knee. And then the other. Maybe it's a twist. And then eventually gently rolling yourself onto one side and using the top arm to press up to your seat. All right, let's lengthen the crown of the head up towards the sky. Taking a few moments just to breathe into the belly with your eyes closed, your gaze turned up towards your third eye. Again, looking into that beautiful, clear space. Let's take our hands up to heart center and take a moment to send out a little extra love and encouragement today. And take a moment to invite extra love and encouragement back in. Beautiful. Namaste.